Hello, and welcome to just another old episode of All I Do Is Fail with your favourite co-hosts, Tom Elwes and Ali Woods.
And
How
Ali
are we?
Woods. Oh, I thought I was going to. I thought we. That's what happens if you miss rehearsal, Tom. And Ali Woods. Hello. Hi. How's it going, guys? Hope you're all well. I'm a bit tired today. I mean, it's been a slow week, but it's not been a slow birthday weekend for our guest who had the hotel.
Okay, party time. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got update. Just a quick fill in. There was you've been doing the story. You give the update. You give the fill in.
So we sent out a fail mail a couple of weeks ago, which was most awkward or funny text you received. This listener, shout out listener, won't say the name for anonymity, but she said it's okay to use the names of the other people that are involved. So I'm going to take her at her word. You're getting dobbed in.
She says it's fine.
So she sent in for fail mail a message she had sent to someone she was dating saying it's her birthday weekend. She wants to use this person as a sex toy.
Mm-hmm. Right.
For the whole weekend. Now, she had sent it in because she hadn't had a reply.
Okay.
It was the week of the birthday last week. Birthday was the 22nd. And she still had received no reply.
No reply.
That's where we were. Right.
Yeah.
So,
and we actually said to the listeners, we said if there was anyone listening who fancied it,
go for it. Let us know. Yes. And we didn't receive any for that. I'm sorry. We can't be.
God.
Take a chance on love, guys. Is what I'm saying.
Come on.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah.
But we've got more news now. So the birthday is passed. So we received this update. Positive outcome from birthday weekend.
Okay.
And the screenshot that she has sent me
was a man dressed in tinfoil.
From a person who is in the phone as Joseph, which I assume is Joseph with a spelling mistake.
Yep.
So, what hotel are you in, and is there parking?
No. Okay.
This was on Friday, the 22nd of January.
Nice.
So 6:42 p.m.
Whoa! He left it late.
Plot twist: Joseph is not the guy.
Whoa! No. What? Who's showed up? Who's Joseph?
She then sends another update on the guy. Also received a "lost my phone" text from the original guy, in which there's a screenshot. Sorry, lost my phone. That's all he says.
Right.
That's all he says.
That's it. That is a weak excuse. Let's be honest. No one goes, over a week without a phone? Get fucked.
Lost my phone. So then who is... So I say, who is Joseph? Who is this? And Joseph is my friend who sometimes puts his, and these are her words, sausage in my muffin. On the odd occasion, but he's mainly friend. And Larry is a dickhead, but he tells me I'm pretty and other stuff. So I forgive him.
Okay.
It goes on. So context. Joseph is my friend, and we do friend stuff, and sometimes he puts the sausage in the muffin. Sometimes he doesn't. Larry is an idiot, and he is a sexually based, I'm not quite sure what that means, only relationship. So when he decides to know how to use his phone, it's mainly Netflix and chill vibes, or straight up putting the sausage in my muffin vibe.
Okay.
Also, I'm in Sydney, Australia, so we're not in lockdown. Just wear your mask and practice social distancing where possible.
Oh, so this is all happening in the other side of the world.
This is all happening in Australia, which I don't know whether this is me being small-minded, but that sort of then makes sense. I don't know why I thought that. I was like, yeah, Australians. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
So what
I need to have a party.
Yeah.
Come on.
Exactly. I got the bloody hotel. So you fucking get your sausage in here. So
I just shit with the door open. I don't care.
so,
It's my experience. Whatever.
so the full story is, it seems, I feel like that's a nice ribbon on the bow for that one, but unless there's maybe more plot twists next week. But this original guy she was dating, she invited him to the hotel for the birthday weekend, sex toy vibes. He blanked her. She then invited her friends with benefits over, who she's saying it's good news, so I assume put the sausage in the muffin successfully.
Good. That's all we can hope for. Here.
And the other guy has replied now. And it seems like she's sort of leaving the door open for them to maybe have sex again, but it doesn't seem more than that.
The sex toy is there, if needs be, if she wants it, it's open.
So congratulations to all involved. Well done. And that is, I think, maybe the end of the sex hotel story.
Saga. Okay. Well, that 3-part trilogy kept us all on tenterhooks.
I like the is there parking. I like that is there parking.
Yeah.
If I can drive there.
Well, yeah, but obviously, like, no way if I can't park. Like, no. You'll have to pay for it if there's not. I'm not doing it otherwise.
What we need to now hear is from Joseph, and for him to be like, excuse me, mate, that's my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Or not. Hopefully he's just like, yeah, it's all friends and all. It's a healthy, modern, sexual friendship.
Yep, it's progressive.
Exactly.
This is the way it is down here.
Yeah. But it seems like, Larry, you missed out on that one. So, well, you snooze, you lose.
Snooze, you lose. Right. Well, talking of other places in the world, we can no longer go to the news. And yeah, you can no longer go to Dubai, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, they have put it on the quarantine list. Well, you can go to Dubai, but then you have to spend 2 weeks in a travel lodge, which, to be honest, is not worth it. For those who didn't know, I was meant to go for work, not because I'm a douchebag influencer doing douchebag shit. I was meant to go for actual comedy work and perform there in March, but it's looking like I won't be able to go.
He makes it look like work as well, believe me.
The amount of sweat.
Not like those influencers, mate.
No, I was meant to go for legitimate work, but I don't think I will be able to now. And because they put it on the red quarantine list, and apparently influencers are scrambling to return back to Britain. Scrambling.
It's so tough for them. So do you want to take me through, because I haven't watched it, but Tom,
so for those who did or didn't watch, there was the most amazing clip on this morning. So they got on a Dubai influencer, in Dubai, well, an influencer who did like fitness routines and stuff. And she first of all, she said a few things which were amazing. First of all, she said, like, a lot of her work was almost like charity, because she was giving out free fitness videos. So, it was always like charity, doing some good. And, also like just generally, she was just basically implying that generally her having a nice time and it brings a lot of happiness and improves mental health to people and makes her a nice person. And Holly and Phil did bring up, actually, do you think it makes you a nice person by being in Dubai and encouraging possibly others to go to Dubai, which could then screw up the NHS and, bring back coronavirus? It was, she was flawed logic, right? Anyway, they had her on like she was this big influencer, and I don't want to go and shit on her parade, but I didn't go and look at her profile afterwards. She only had 12,000 followers.
Well, that's why she's doing an interview with This Morning. I mean, all the other ones are like,
that's exactly why she's doing. She's doing it for clout. She's doing it for And they did.
I've got more followers than that. That is rubbish.
Yeah, they absolutely screwed her over as well. They really did her in, where they were like, she was just like, yeah, what I'm doing, it actually brings a lot of happiness to the world. I think I'm doing something really positive. And then they just like cut clips, photos of her in a pool holding pina coladas in like a bikini. Like, they were like, oh no. So good. Just so good.
But she must have just been on that. I mean, yeah, because she's not even that massive, to be fair to her. But she must have been on that interview, just being like, I don't get this. Why are they not just saying, love your profile, love your work? I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, she must be just posting and Instagram lives where everyone just like, babe, oh my God, like, oh, you're so beautiful. And they were just like, so what do you think your consequences of your actions will be? And she's like, excuse me, what is this? Sorry.
It felt a lot like, have you ever seen that Miss World clip where they're interviewing like Miss USA, and they're interviewing like the South Carolina lady, and she's just like, I think the people, and the food, and what happens in Iraq, and she just goes off on this like crazy tandem of just like not knowing what the answer to this question was, and just trying to make up jargon that sounds somewhat sort of relevant.
Oh.
That's exactly what this influencer did as well. She just literally was just like, yeah, but also provide like happiness, and like it's almost like charity, and it was proper like meltdown TV.
She's lucky she was on This Morning with Phil and Holly, who are the lighter side. If she was on Good Morning Britain, Piers would
Oh yeah,
bloody
Piers
love
Morgan.
that 55-year-old bit. So you're out there in Dubai and you think this is all right, do you? Oh, well, that sucks that
bloody
you can't go and
disgrace.
join them in Dubai. Dubai, Tom.
Yeah, I
Your
know.
life's really hard, man. Your life is really tough.
It's tough. It's tough. No, it genuinely was. I don't want to shit all over everything. And like, obviously, these are first world problems, but I will stress I was not going to take photos at all. I was going to
take
do
some photos,
gigs.
though, wouldn't you? This is.
I don't even know if I would at this point. I wouldn't want the
morning.
heat. I wouldn't want the hate. I wouldn't want to be considered one of them. I was going to do some shows, not
secret trip to Dubai. Where you're
Yeah.
just like, hey Tom,
come back with a tan.
do you want to call?
What?
I'm on the call
What?
to you. Yeah, and you're like, looks really sunny where you are. Yeah, mate. You go a couple miles up. It's really beautiful because it's completely grey over in this part of London. Yeah, mate. It's just what it is.
Islington, different world, mate. Different world.
That palm tree, I see. Yeah, we got one for the garden.
God, yeah. Got it from B&Q.
It is bad, but I mean, these people just don't care. There is a serious point that I will say, which is I hate how these people are hijacking mental health as an excuse to not be held accountable for anything they do. People's mental health, anxiety. There are some people. I live with someone like this, and it's serious. It's serious stuff. There's stuff that can trigger people, and it can be the fine line that is crossed. But you can't, if you start to trivialize this by basically saying, yeah, but I've got, if you can't say anything mean about me, because, that could actually cause me a lot of anxiety, and my mental health is very, very, when you are literally just doing awful stuff and you're not helping anyone and you are using it as an excuse to not be held accountable, I think that's absolutely shameful. And having said that, I'll be in Dubai next week. Come check out my weighted hip thrust there. But it is. I do find that annoying. I do find that the whole be kind thing that is what people say and people post. But it's like you have to be able to answer questions when you're doing something that is harming people.
The whole influencer being an influencer thing is the sort of tide is turning, and people are sort of starting to really give them a lot of shit on the internet, myself included. Done quite a few sketches resulting around it, because it is and it's even more vapid and like ridiculous than being a reality going on Love Island. It's like, at least there you had to move and talk to provide some entertainment. Like, influencer, it's just some do videos.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen some videos. Yeah,
yeah, but a lot. It's just a photo. That's it.
Good-looking pictures of them, good light and stuff like that.
Doing good-looking stuff, and like, I don't know. I guess you can make the argument that if that's not okay, then neither is the modeling industry, because that's just good-looking people creating products. But I just think there's a lot of stupid vapidness that goes on with the influencer community, and it really pisses me off with them. It's just like,
what really grinds my gears? Go for it, Tom.
There's a few things that really like fuck me off with it's just that
like no one's actually asked me if I want to be one, and I'm like, are you serious? Like,
no, but they all copy each other, which is fucking annoying. So everyone just rips each other off, and then like, I don't know, there just seems like very little creativity or originality in it. I think I have a lot of respect if you're doing something that's actually like interesting or a bit different, but if it's just you being attractive in fancy places, like,
but attractive people will always be a commodity. This is the issue. But nowadays, they don't even have to be that attractive. You just have to have a certain look, and you can get plastic surgery to change how you look as well. So it's a bit weird. Like, people like vloggers and stuff, I rate that, because that, even though I might find it boring, someone's vlogs or whatever, but they are having to do that every day. They are always
And at least you're
working.
learning. A lot of them, if they're like travel people, okay, at least, all right, you could be a travel vlogger who goes to fancy places, and like I get that people find that interesting. That could be cool. If you are just taking photos of like you in a private jet and then you on a beach, and just like, especially now with coronavirus, I don't think I like you that much. Like right now, I take quite a lot of issue with you.
Some people might like that though, on their feed and stuff, just like a beautiful person in a beautiful place, like a desktop background.
Yeah,
I think it's what you're doing. What they're doing is probably not that important, is it? But people might say that about us as well. I mean, this isn't important.
I'm not saying that we are important. I'm not saying our sketch stuff is really important. I would never say that. But
How
like,
dare you?
like
Every
at least
one of mine is a crafted work of art.
yeah, genius. When you're putting on those wigs and
you not see my wigs? You think this is silly?
Yeah. Guys, this is art.
You're going to need a wig to cover that soon.
Yeah,
You're going to need a bald cap. You're going to need to put a bald cap on and then put a wig on top of it.
My barnet. I just think, it's just come on, guys, be better. Think of something better to do. Like, I'm not saying we are amazing, but I guess we're trying to provide some level of entertainment. So some level of scripted entertainment with our sketches in this podcast.
Don't tell them the podcast is scripted. Goodness me, Tom. Don't let them in on that. Jesus Christ. We've got a team of writers. It costs us £2,000 an episode. And it's still not that good. We've got the best writers in the business.
We got Richard Curtis in the back just churning stuff out for us.
Yeah. And then Tom make a joke about Ali being an insult. Okay, yep, that's it. Tick, tick. And then Ali make a joke about Tom being a fuckboy. Yep. Another episode, banged out. Perfect.
Did it, guys. We did it. Yeah, I don't know. Come on. I think shutting travel corridors, it is weird. And I wonder, it is effectively shutting our borders if they do the more countries to those countries, because no one, unless you absolutely had to, would go to like Dubai and then come back to the UK and spend 2 weeks in a travel lodge. I can't think of anyone.
You keep slagging off the travel lodge, right? When I go up to Manchester with my dad, when I used to back in the day when I watched football, we would stay in the travel lodge. What did you say?
I suddenly liked you.
Yeah, exactly. He still talks to me. We would be back staying at the travel lodge, and it does a job. The breakfast is all right, you know. It does the job. It's very functional. It's very functional.
Yeah,
and yes, there is a smell. but that's
I've sort of Ginster's pie and prostitute, you know, whatever.
You can't really tell what it is. It's sort of, you couldn't bottle it, but that it does the job, travel lodge, and I respect it for that.
And if you were to put one of those UV lights on your bed,
but you don't do that, do you? I don't want to know.
What everyone does is you take your own sleeping bag and you sleep on top of the sheets. Do you know, like a normal person?
This is gonna be weird. Do you know me and Dad share a bed?
Oh right. No, I mean, I don't find that weird at all. I think that's probably perfectly normal for your family.
What do you think my family is? Everybody get in the big bed. Come on, sister, mother, father.
Stay together for warmth.
Yeah. But that is to save money on 2 rooms. Just get a double bedroom. Just share the bed.
Fair. I mean, whatever.
So stop sagging off travel lodge is my one point. And then secondly, yeah, you're right. No one's going to want to go to Dubai now anyway. This has all been done way too late and whatever. I mean,
if there's any foreign variant, it's already here, so it doesn't really matter. But you know, whatever.
My dad's getting vaccinated on Sunday.
Nice.
Can't wait for the update. See what he's gonna. I suppose he's gonna run faster and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Quicker, just load quicker. Yeah. You know.
I know a few people have been vaccinated, and 2 said they were a bit sick afterwards, but apparently that's normal. Bit of a fever.
Yeah, and then they sort of like twitched, and then they went, "But everything is good now. I am reported, and I am ready."
Yeah.
The uprising. What'd you say? Yeah. Nothing, mate. What's going on?
No, I think vaccines are rolling out steadily but surely, which is good. However, the government did also announce that schools will not open until the 8th of March at the earliest, which does mean for lockdown. It's like, wait, if that's when you're opening schools, when are you going to let us out? Like,
no chance. There's no chance. I was saying this to my mate this morning. It's like, well, they're not going to open pubs before they open schools. And I was like, how are these kids going to learn? You will learn more in a British pub about the world than you will with that fancy academy down the road.
No, come on.
Get him in, chat to Dave. Dave, he was in the army.
Yeah.
He's got loads of. You learn more from the stories than from Miss Henderson or whatever it is.
Oh, teaching you science. Oh,
I
what
learned
was
everything I needed to know at the Red Lion down the road.
Yeah.
My education started at the age of 18.
Yeah.
Where's that
Basically,
campaign?
like, we just need to combine the two. Either let kids into pubs or start serving booze at schools in the morning.
You know
That'd be
what I
ideal. Don't matter. Either or.
Just you should drop off your kid and then sit in for a session. That's how schools should operate. You've got year 5, year 6. There's the bar.
Yeah, 9 to 3, right? Bit of desk space if you want to work, but if you don't, there's a bar. Perfect, all in one.
Because it's about networking. Meet the other parents.
Meet the other parents. We're all one bubble. Then we're all one bubble.
One big bubble. Susan, she's a double G&T, but she also does logistics for DPD down the road. So you're in there. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I've sorted it. Pints at school.
Kids come pick you up at 3:30. Then you
take you home.
Take home together. Why don't they just solve it that way? Pub schools.
Yeah. So government, let's be honest, aren't going to open things back up for. I would say if schools at the earliest 8th, pubs by April. I would have thought possibly.
What was my prediction? I was like, May will be back to normal.
Yeah. That was this recording of this, but you were like, honestly, we've had your predictions throughout this whole pandemic. Maybe we should edit clips together because there was May last year. I remember that. That was good. May last year. That was
no, I didn't.
When the pandemic first kicked off in March, when we were going into lockdown, you were like, bruv, by May, all be sweet.
May's a good month.
Yeah, and then there was like after Christmas was a big one, and now we've
winter was always going to be bad. I didn't think it would get worse. That's the thing. I didn't think it would get worse. I thought it would just be quite bad still. But this May, trust. after Easter, trust me. Look, we just got to get through it. Do you ever think, Tom, like, when you're being quite good and you're like, right, I'm looking after myself. I am just making the best of it. I'm doing my videos, whatever. I'm talking to my mates, trying to keep the social contact and stuff. But do you have this bit of you that just wants to get fucked up?
Yeah.
I just want a reward, some sort of reward for, like, you know what I mean? Just like a party, like, because we don't really have the weekend anymore. You just have this more perpetual day that just goes on and on. And it's just getting lighter.
I've just been drinking on the weekend. That's what I've been doing. So there's something you can do.
Oh, may as well have to take it up. I've been drinking craft ales. Been drinking some of those.
Oh, don't become that person. No one likes that person. I actually have only been drinking craft.
Yeah.
So there's pretty cool brewery. They make like 14 different types of craft ale, and they're all infused with like jasmine and nonsense.
It's all gluten free. It's all gluten free.
Obviously, it's just, it's just, well, tastes just different, better than just like that shitty piss water they serve in pubs.
That's the worst sort of person, isn't it? When you're like when you've got like a crate of beers, you're handing out the beers, and someone's like, have you got anything other than Budweiser? You're like, mate, it was 12 quid down the co-op. What'd you? It's like, I guess that's fine. Yeah. I sort of
looking at the bottle and they're like, oh, it's got quite a lot of hops.
Yeah. I'll probably avoid a Kronenberg, actually. I'll probably just, if that's all you've got, I'd probably just stick to water, actually, to be honest.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah.
A bit of a connoisseur. Equally, that craft beer person is another great person for hiding alcoholism, much like people who are really big into wine. It's another way. I definitely know a couple of craft beer dudes who are just, I'm just big into my craft beer, and they have to buy loads of different types of beer. It's just like, I just need to try all the different kinds of beer all the time.
Yeah, I've got a subscription. They just deliver 8 beers a day, and I just get through them.
Simple.
So I get to try all these different beers. Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
I just brush my teeth with beer now because it's just easier.
Yeah, and then I go on the forums after like 8 beers, and I'm like, lads, have you guys also had your 8 to 9 beers today? And we all just have a chat. It's just fun.
Yeah, and yes, like obviously it does get a bit weird, the chat, because we're all 8 beers in. Like whatever, like it's not a problem. It's just saying Becky won't take me back. What a bitch! Like that is just a normal beer thing to talk about.
Yeah,
like,
it's classic chat. Classic chat. We've all been through it.
Enthusiast.
Yeah.
Alcohol enthusiast, actually.
Yeah. I'm enthusiastic about my alcoholism, so that's pretty different.
Yeah. But what are we talking about? The vaccines, they're getting rolled out. We might be out of this at some point. At least the days are getting longer. That's why you can bet on that. That is a thing. No more of these 4 p.m. shitty 4 p.m. But it's true, shitty 4 p.m. dark. That's not allowed, bro. That is illegal. No. So
soon enough, we'll be bright and sunny and chirpy, and
we'll be out in the parks again, getting the piss in at the parks, pissing on the trees, and we'll all be having a great time. And then, yes, in November we will be back in lockdown.
And then, fully again.
And then, yes, we will be told that people didn't really adhere to the to the lockdown rules that was sort of brought in every 12 hours and changed around. So we'll all unfortunately have to go back in, but what can you do?
And Glastonbury will never happen again. But whatever.
When Glastonbury goes online, when you've just got Kendrick Lamar playing to his laptop.
Yeah. And you've got people being like, "Oh mate, I got a ticket for 150. Pretty good.
Yeah. They're doing this thing called like campsites in the ticketing thing. So like we all get to watch like a certain band at the same time. And I paid 20 extra because then we get to watch it with like the high megabytes per second.
Yeah. I love it if they were like how much you could zoom your screen in. So it's just like so I actually paid for the front row. So I'm actually in the front.
Yeah, you get a cheap ticket, but a guy's in front of you.
A guy's in front of you, and it's way back. It's way your screen. You're trying to make him out. You're like, oh, this is a nightmare.
That's the cheap tickets, yes.
Should have forked out.
Yeah, the authentic Glastonbury experience. You just camera gets sort of jostled back and forth.
Yeah.
Can't really make it out. Yeah, that's it.
Oh man, did you ever go to? This is a bit random. Did you ever go to that 4D cinema in Wandsworth?
What the fuck?
No, I was just thinking of all that
4D cinema once at Thorpe Park and once at Disney World. And I cried at Disney World and had to be taken out. It was my 19th birthday. And at Thorpe Park was less scary. But they used to fucking freak me out. 3D, 4D when I was a kid. I would get freaked the hell out. I would get so scared. I'd cry and then someone would have to take me out. It was so bad. It's coming at me.
I know my mate, right? He showed up at the 4D cinema really hungover. Didn't know it was 4D cinema. Okay, sat down. It's like they probably like strap you in. Jesus. Okay, and then you're watching like it was like Spider-Man or something, right? And it's so hungover. He was just like, oh, just chill in the back of the cinema. I'll be fine, right? First of all, you get sprayed in the face with water, and then it's like your whole seat every time there's a fight scene is like moving, you're like moving around and jiggling. You had to leave to be sick.
He was having 5D, bruv. He was having a hangover on top of it as well. That's the worst thing. That is the worst thing, man. What's his face? Ryan. Oh, I've forgotten his surname, but a ginger comedian. Tall guy has that thing about being hungover and then going on safari. That's the worst thing ever because it's just you just jostle around at the back of a van.
Oh no!
You got to be careful with your hungover activities. It's true. But yeah,
be careful. Guys.
40 Wandsworth Cinema. Maybe you'll open again.
Yeah. Probably not. I imagine luxury cinema experiences are going down the toilet very fast.
I think the opposite. They'll be the ones that stay open because no one. What's the point of going to a cheap, sticky cinema? What's the point? Because you just watch it at home at decent. But the bougie people who are like, oh yeah, I'm a cinema lover.
I need 4D. I need the 4D experience.
I need the 4D. I don't watch a film unless it's at least 4Ds.
Yeah. You've been having to do a sort of home 4D cinema. Just been getting your flatmate to sort of spray you with a water gun.
Push me and run the tap and splash it at me. It was awful. Watch 1917. If you just throwing one of my face.
Nightmare. Yeah. Watching Creed, he just punches you in the face.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so realistic.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was amazing. So immersive.
Yeah, unbelievable. Okay, so yeah, that's so the influencers, the vaccine. What was the other story we were going to talk about?
The vaccine being we're in an argument with the EU, aren't we?
Oh yes, that's it. Vaccine rollout. The EU. The EU want to block some of our vaccines, and it is proving a nightmare. We are furious about it because they think that they should be getting the vaccines faster than we should, because it's.
Well, they got more people.
AstraZeneca are giving out the vaccines to us before the EU, and they are angry. They are pissed off.
I told you this on the podcast because there was an excellent article on the FT about it, written back in September or something like that, which was how likely are we to get a vaccine? And I said this to you. If you didn't check this article out, it said that UK, we had spent a lot of money investing in vaccine research in order to then get the vaccine when it was released. And I said that is one positive about having an evil government is that we literally we're stacked for vaccines now. Because we were like, fuck everyone else. This is blighty. We've got money. Give us the fucking vaccine as soon as it's ready. And then people like Bill and Melinda Gates, who like literally just invested it. You know, they weren't like, oh, we're going to own the vaccine. They were just like, here's £200 million. We were just like, no, you better bloody believe if we're paying Top Wonga for a vaccine, that vaccine is getting to our shores first. Fuck Belgium. And that is exactly what's happened. We've now got about 150 million vaccines. It's insane.
We're going to vax everyone and then give up the leftovers.
You know what? I want 2 vaccines. So fuck you.
Yeah. It's gonna be videos of Boris just pouring like disused vaccine that we didn't use like onto the ground.
He's like, just squirting it out of body. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. And that is exactly what's happened. We have stacked for vaccines because we invested loads of money in the research in order to own it. And this was predicted. And I said this back in September, October. And so it's like, that is one positive for having an evil. But I was saying to my mates, why are they being so greedy? They want our world-leading British vaccine. They've already got our world-leading British strain. What more do they want? You know what I mean? Just sort it out yourselves.
Too much vaccine. Do you think there could be a vaccine war? Do you think we go to war with the EU over the vaccine?
Nah. There's a bit of common sense, I reckon. We're definitely like, you know when you had chewing gum at school and you were like, I ain't got any chewing gum. I'm the last one, even though you've got a whole pack because someone spotted
eating it.
Yeah, exactly. So you had to give them one, be like, this is my last one though. You had like a whole box.
Promise. Yeah.
This is what I think that's probably the UK strategy is like, all right, basically like we barely got any vaccines now, so we're gonna like try and just like use them. But then once people are vaccinated, they'll be like, all right, say if you got 100 million, here you go.
Yeah, I don't know. Will we just stack and hoard them for next year? Or to be honest, I don't even know if, because the way that the virus is changing, I don't even know if our vaccines that we're currently stacking will be relevant or useful in a year's time.
Vaccines. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, I haven't read up on this. I haven't been reading much of the news this week. I gotta say, I apologize, but it has just been dull. It's the same with the GameStop thing. That was mad. I love the GameStop thing. The GameStop thing is incredible. It's absolutely amazing. And like the way that they fucked, for those who don't know, actually I should have spoken about this at the beginning, but the GameStop thing, I read quite a bit up on it. And what they were doing is they were. Oh, do you want to read on maybe being better at a person or growing or maturity? No, mate, I'm reading about this Reddit conspiracy where they just did Wall Street over. It's sick.
So good. No, so what they did is there was an evil hedge fund that was shorting GameStop stocks.
Evil hedge fund? How dare they? Yeah. I thought they were all good.
For those who don't know what shorting is, the good explanation that the Guardian gave, where if you rented a library book, and it cost £10, right? No, it costs £6. No, it costs you £10, but you went out and you bought another library book for £6, right? And then you returned the £6 one, but kept your one, Okay, you've then made £4 basically.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes, it does. Good
If you replace
explanation.
your
Using
one, yeah,
using the very modern, relatable experience of renting
of
library
library books,
books.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's very Guardian, isn't it? Do you remember
yeah.
when we all you'd rent? There'd be latest work that you wanted to read, and you'd go to the library and rent it.
Classic library analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, it should have been like, if you buy Fortnite V-Bucks
Yeah,
off a
literally.
discount seller.
Yeah. You buy one skin, and then you want to
Yeah,
replace it with a different skin, but
yeah,
then you find a cheaper version. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. So you find a cheaper one, you take it back, you get your money back, but you've still got anyway, you've still got the higher quality one. Anyway, so they were shorting, and they were shorting against GameStop so they were thinking it's going to fail, right? So they were betting that GameStop was going to fail essentially, and people of Reddit took a lot of offense to that, and they were fuming, pissed off, angry. They were like, "Fuck these guys, fuck evil Wall Street." So they used meme culture, basically the memesization of like, let's take down this evil hedge fund and save GameStop, to get loads and loads and loads like of investors, small time investors, to invest in GameStop stocks to increase the price. So then the people who were shorting got absolutely fucked. So the hedge fund lost billions of dollars.
Brilliant. But now they're trying to get at them for collusion,
Yeah, collusion.
which is
Which is
essentially what hedge
bollocks.
funds do anyway.
I know.
But they just do it in private. But it's that I think that's a fabulous story, and it shows how bored everyone is.
Yeah. Yeah.
People thought, oh, you'll take down these massive institutions. The revolution will come when there is a melting pot of people that gets triggered, and the fireworks will go, and vive la revolution, and blah, blah, blah. But no, it's just everyone sitting at home with nothing to do, and they're just going, "Hey, have you seen this GameStop shit, man? Let's fuck it. What else we got on this afternoon?
Yeah.
Let's try and
fuck them. Fuck them. I'm bored and I don't give a shit.
Whereas normally it'd be like a little nib in the back of the FT of just being like, GameStop has been shorted much.
Shorted, yeah. I mean, it's sort of like, meme culture, and very much GameStop as a company, obviously something that appeals to that Reddit audience quite a lot. Yeah.
What does GameStop do now? What are they?
I don't sell online games. I don't know. Like, it's
as good as it's gonna get.
Who knows? Like,
some people have become millionaires from it, and it's like,
yeah,
brilliant, good for them. What else?
Yeah, because they invested at the beginning of the uprising of the GameStop like 3 weeks ago. They made a fortune, but if they get them done for collusion, I don't think they can. It's impossible, because fundamentally that's what stock markets. The big hedge funds do it all the time.
Hedge fund is it's a load of people going together to invest in the same thing.
Yeah, and then they pump up the stock price to make some money on it. So I think it's good. I hope more kind of community-based investment happens. I think it's a positive thing. Maybe for something better than GameStop, which, let's face it, I can't see the long-term business strategy for GameStop, but maybe if there was like a charity going under or something like back then, or I don't know, like another company that did some good for the world, let's get on board with that. But
you got to be super evil to short a charity to be like,
oh yeah, but they would 100%. Or it was like,
shit, it's going on.
Yeah, it's going under the Red Cross.
Let's fucking have have a bit of that. But genuinely though, well done everyone on that community. I mean, I'm not a Reddit user, and I'm sure there's a lot of bad stuff around any social media platform, all that sort of stuff. Mm-hmm. But that is generally one of a lovely, wonderful story, and well done to those who started it and did it. And I think fair play to take the money off those Wall Street
Wall Street billionaires.
Exactly.
Great, yeah, great.
It's great. Should we move on to Fail Mail?
Fail Mail it is.
So, do you want me to introduce it this time?
Yeah, please do.
Okay, so this week we took a little bit of a detour from the normal sort of stories about a specific theme, and we've asked for you to just tell us a secret, and we'll go through a few of them. There's some saucy stuff, gossip. It's all anonymous, but we're just going to go through a few of them and see what we think about them. So, Tom, do you want to kick us off with one of the secrets that somebody told you?
Yes, I will kick off. So, look, I was sent this, and I won't lie to you, it's pretty hectic. as a one line, it goes for like, I don't know. I'm just going to read it to you, and then you tell me what you think, listeners. Okay. So the message read. Okay, this is exactly what the message read. I had an affair with my cousin. Brackets. He is married now and acting straight.
It's mad.
Now,
You told me this before. That is.
There's a lot to unpack there. First of all, you were shagging your cousin. Okay, so that's a lot. Just to take in. I mean,
that's a stance we can commit to on this podcast. We don't condone cousin shagging.
Incest. Yeah. Like
what
the one thing
incest at large.
Just general incest is frowned upon on this podcast. Okay. Yeah. Now he didn't say second cousin, so I'm going to assume it's a first cousin because you'd probably want to distance yourself from the old incest. So we can probably assume here that it is a first cousin. He had relations with his cousin, and now his cousin is married and pretending to be straight with a woman. So
it's pretty nuts. And I think everyone in that story is fucked up.
Yeah. There's a lot there.
Good luck to them. I
hope one day he sort of tells the wife, perhaps, and it's just like, hey, remember that time that me and you,
that's
the cousins banged? Like,
yeah, this is yeah. Never ever shag my cousin. Oh, drink. That is one of those where that's a proper like mad drama that you're watching, and that's like a footballer's wives story where you're like, okay, I'm watching this because it's good escapism. That doesn't really happen, but that is absolutely nuts. I don't want to dwell on it too long. I hope everyone finds peace in that.
Yeah,
and I don't also want people to be forced to feel like they have to be a certain sexuality. That's not fair.
No.
So I think he should probably come out. And if
my only real issue throughout all of this is the incest. That's my line. Everything else in this story is I take no real offense to, but the incest I find odd. Yeah,
it's bad, isn't it?
it's not great.
Well, we had that. I'm sorry. Before. We had that question before on this podcast where we said if incest was
okay, would you be okay with it?
Then.
No,
that would be the homosexuality of our time, where we grew up being like, no, you can't do that. But
incest,
tough.
I got. Yeah, it's a tough sell. It's a tough sell. The old incest. All right, you go.
Now I'm not sure what job this is, but the dad I work for, nanny, I assume.
Yeah.
The dad I work for accidentally streamed porn to the TV whilst I was with his kids by accident, and I never told his wife or him that he did.
Lol.
Terrible.
What a legend.
I know, it's fair. You'd immediately wonder what porn he's watching.
Yeah.
Should have got more detail.
And why was he streaming it to the TV?
No, because it would have been one of those things where like you Chromecast it accidentally. I saw a video that happened to someone. Some bloke went to the toilet and his mates were in the living room.
Yeah.
And it was connected to his phone. So he started.
Yeah.
Also, why you're watching porn in the toilet, like to go is beyond me anyway. With your mates in the same house as you, in the living room.
That's so odd.
That's mad. I have a fear of touching my own nipple.
Okay. Even male or female?
I don't know. Even accidentally, it's all anonymous. Even accidentally touch, it's a no-no.
Okay, odd, right?
This is deep. I am not sure if I love my boyfriend or just the way he treats me.
I hope it's good. Otherwise, there's a whole psychological can of worms you've opened up there if it's very badly.
That's bad, man. I do get that, though. Yeah. So you ever been out with someone where you're like, they're really nice to me and I really like the way they are with me?
But I don't know if I like them at all.
I'm not that asked yet. Told everyone I got married abroad. I didn't. I just didn't want the hassle or expense. That's sneaky, isn't it?
I rate that.
That's good. I like that one. Yeah, sorry, we're going to get married in the Bahamas. Yeah, so it's just quiet one.
Yeah, I mean, you can come, but it's like $8,000 each.
Massive. So, yeah, we can't, and you can't expend that much. So, but yeah, then they secretly just got married in a church hall. You got another one?
Never had a wank at work.
They had a wank at work.
No, never had a wank at work.
That's
so he said that sort of like Hey.
So obviously we're all wanking at work. That's someone who has had a wank at work.
Yeah.
It's definitely my secret is I've never had a wank at work because obviously everyone's doing that. It's very normal, isn't it?
Uh,
I loathe when tax agents call in. I assume this is at work. I put them in the back of the call queue for someone else to deal with them. Been doing this for 3 months now and no one has noticed.
Great. That's fantastic. That is amazing. She's like, oh yeah, mate. Put you.
Yeah. Now let me just pop you through to beep. Just,
You are 87th in line.
yeah, exactly.
I use my sister's toothbrush and she doesn't know. I mean, buy another toothbrush. It's not.
Another bathroom related one. I often piss in the sink as I'm too lazy to lift the toilet lid. That is terrible. Too lazy to lift the toilet lid.
Only
just go straight
that is
in.
a single man right there. That is
I feel like
amazing.
his dick's out as soon as he's in the bathroom. He's just dick out, and then just starts pissing, and hopefully it goes in the sink.
It's all a fucking drain. It all go in the same place. So no matter.
Classic.
His toothbrushes are covered in piss. It's horrible.
It's just everywhere. Shower, sink. He's pissing everywhere but the toilet, I'm sure.
No, that's not good.
This is a classic siblings one. Me and my sister had the same top. I accidentally got bleach on mine and swapped it with hers. Classic. Like yourself.
Classic. Here you go. Here's one you'll enjoy. I think Ali is cute. Love heart.
Hey, someone said that to you. No,
Yeah.
I
and I replied, and I said, I think you should tell him that he's desperately alone.
Well, yeah, I'll take it. Fucking mind. But someone messaged with their secret. I love gingers. I'm like, that shouldn't be a secret. Why is that? Why are you keeping that hidden?
That's a pretty dirty secret. That's pretty
hidden. Here's one.
Mm-hmm.
A male comedian we've had on this podcast has had Botox.
Ooh.
But I won't say who it is because they didn't tell me. It was someone else told me.
Interesting.
But
I think I might have a clue, but we'll listeners and viewers, if you want to go back and see who we've had on this podcast, have a little look see and see who you might think.
This is a shame that it finishes aged 4 because if this was an adult, I'd think it was really funny. But I stole my neighbour's free toys and their cereal when their house was empty. But at 4, I think it's fair enough. Threw coins off the Eiffel Tower once. That's dangerous.
What?
I'll tell you what, that's a different male comedian we've had on this podcast.
Wow. Okay. Just lobbed some coins off.
I use neon paints on my body before sex because that turns my partner on. What is he drawing? I think that's cool, but what is he drawing? I want to know. Yeah. That's so specific. How do you know you're into neon paint? My son's 10 and he still believes in Santa. I don't know how to break it to him.
You just need to fucking do that because it's getting weird.
Yeah, but that's I have 4 fake accounts for an unnoticed stalking. 4. That is mad.
Okay, I did a corona-based complaint about my housemate, right, to the police, and now they're investigating him. You ratted your own housemate.
Sneak in the house, bruv. Well, fair enough.
Just closing the door as they come in, like, ooh.
To get some of that fine. Who was that? The police. What did they want?
What? They've been saying I've been having people over and parties in the living room. Like, really? What?
Oh, the neighbours must have been.
Oh, what? That's crazy.
I like how they might have reported them for like putting the knife back in the butter or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't seem very corona to me.
Stealing milk.
Exactly. Really... Yeah. But that's it. Well, thank you very much for everyone who sent in their little secrets and really appreciate that. And that was a good laugh. So, and some of them, I mean, good luck to you, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, wow. I mean, look, let's not dwell too much on the cousin incest story because that's wild. But...
And we finish a surprising amount of podcasts with that sentence.
Yeah. Let's not finish the cousin incest story. Wow. I was like, wow. Okay.
That's big
Well,
cheeky.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening. You can follow me on all good social media platforms. And you can also follow our Patreon, ladies and gentlemen, if you want a bonus episode every single Tuesday. We do a bonus episode. We've been creating some really good stuff there. And we've got a nice little community starting to build there with people talking to each other. And we'd love you to join.
Yep, exactly. Patreon.com/AIDIF Thank you very much to all those who donate already. It really helps me and Tom during this time. And you get an extra episode every Tuesday. So please do go for it if you want an extra episode. And you can obviously follow me, Ali Woods Gigs. We'll be keep coming with these podcasts. We'll see you next week, if not before. Okay? Take care.
Bye.